Every Day a Better You, a podcast that's not about being better than the person next to you, but being better than the version of yourself a day prior. Your host, Fareed Johnson, accompanied by my co-host, Henri.
Hello, everyone. This is Henri. A lot of people know me as Boo. Every Day a Better You. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Every Day a Better You. I'm one of the co-hosts, Boo. Pass it over to my main man.
You know, flip over here. And again, I'm going to say it. If you don't know who we are right now, you're doing something wrong.
Is that needed?
Tune in. Yes,
Is that needed? You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Because people need to tune the F in.
Okay.
That's it.
Gotta respect
what I said.
Gotta respect that. So the gym of the week, last episode.
Yeah.
React differently, right?
React differently. Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you my story.
Yeah.
This morning, I'm in the store grabbing a hot cup of tea. I'm a tea guy.
Oh, this tea.
I'm a hot tea guy. Well, almond milk. A little bit of sugar.
A little bit of sugar, yeah.
So I get to the store. I'm not going to say the store's name.
Yeah.
I'm there. 1 minute turns to 2 minutes, turns to 3 minutes. And it's like I'm not there. So once upon a time, I would have reacted a certain way, right?
Which would be what?
Hello,
Right.
But we said react differently, right? So I waited patiently. And then an employee came up and took my order. And she said, "Thank you for being patient.
Wow.
We're short-staffed. We're doing a lot." So I felt better.
Yo, that...
Come on, that's...
You would have felt like an asshole if you overreacted.
If I would have spazzed
and then she
out,
said
Right. If I would have spazzed out.
Wow, look at that. All right. Think differently.
Now, what about yours? Let's hear it.
Well, I
know you got a good one.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you were there, bro.
Yeah.
You were there, but you don't know what I'm going to say. So
I never know what you're going to say.
Our last game.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Dude
I know what
kept
you're going to say now.
kept hacking me. Now, typically, I'll either wall out on him or the referee who's not calling it. Look at the referee. You don't see this scratch? You know what I mean? So instead, though, I was like, because I thought about the episode.
I was very proud of you. Yeah.
React differently. I went up to the ref at halftime. And the ref knows me. He's used to me being
he knows you.
Yeah. He's used to me being the other way, right? So I was like, yo, ref. I was like, I don't know if you noticed. I haven't said anything to you the entire half. He's like, no, I did notice. I was just telling my partner. I was like, good. Because now I'm about to say something to you right now.
Good. Because I used that up for now.
Good. Because I took everything inside of you, right?
Yeah.
But I went up to him. I was respectful. I was like, can you just please watch number 17? Like, I love being physical, but he's like throwing elbows on purpose. And I'm trying, I don't want to get hit in the face and not be able to play. Like, we out here trying to have fun, get a sweat. And he's over aggressive because he's younger and I'm busting his ass right now. Like, he's clearly upset, right? How is this guy doing this right now at his age, right? That's what they always ask about us,
They
right?
always say that about.
Always. But we just, that's it. We just keep going. And he respected it. He's like, yo, Fareed, this is the first time in a long time that I can say, like, thank you because you're not acting how you normally
You get
act.
more from using honey
Yeah, that's what they
than
say.
salt. How's it go? How's the saying go?
Catch more bees
with honey
Yeah.
than salt,
Vinegar.
than vinegar. That's gonna be on an outtake.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But I know it's like the catch more bees with honey than anything else.
Right.
And it's true sometimes.
Yeah.
But like I said in one of our episodes, sometimes I just want to be mad, yo. Like, that's it. Leave me alone. I want to be mad. But no, it felt good for me too because now I'm not at odds with the ref.
Right.
I'm not wilding out on this young boy who's just trying to like prove himself or whatever have you. And
here's my thing with that. Prove what? We're at this stage of our lives, our careers, we're recreational guys.
bro,
We get together twice a week this session,
Right.
which is tough.
yeah,
And we play.
that's it.
That's
We're
it,
just
that's
trying to
it.
relive our childhood
We're
dreams.
done. Our time has been
Right.
done.
But then you get this young, aggressive, energetic. You remember? Because then he was annoying in the hot tub.
Yes. Yes.
Like he kept talking to us, yo,
Messing
what's
up our chronicles.
messing up our
our-
chronicles, man. Like get out of here. You don't see we're trying to do something. Like, yo, what's crazy is like we always go into like the sauna and the hot tub after a game, right? And we always just start talking about God knows what, right? But that's our time.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
that's our time. Leave us
Right,
alone.
right.
But no, you want to come talk about yo and this and that.
Still,
Like
the
get
extension,
away
the
from us.
extension of it.
Is that us being?
And not negative, just not, then he was talking about, oh, when y'all play this team.
Yeah, it's like shut up, bro. We're not even thinking that far. It's like whoever's on the court, that's it. But is that us being like standoffish or being like grumpy old men, like leave us alone, get off my porch?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. It's just kids like that, they don't know when and when.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, time and place.
You're right. They don't have that.
Like we not cool like that, bro.
They don't have that social intelligence like, yo, dude,
Leave us
where'd you
alone.
play? Where'd you go to school?
Yeah, it's
Why?
like-
Why? We're done.
The
We're
better
done.
the better question is why are you playing in baggy sweats?
What does that have to do with it?
That's the better question.
Maybe,
Like what-
maybe he likes getting warmed up like that or something. I don't know.
baggy sweats, how you moving? You're gonna trip. You're gonna trip.
Maybe that's all he had.
That's not all he has. You saw his sneakers. It's not all he has. You think it's cool. Baggy ass sweats, bro. Man, get me off topic now, man.
Yeah, let's veer back on.
Yeah, man. Veer
Let's
back on.
veer back on.
So-
but I'm proud at the way you handled that.
Yeah.
The ref was proud.
Yep.
The other guys were proud
Yeah.
because
Because
I was ready to restrain. I was ready to
Well-
explain.
you remember the days.
Because you know that's what I do with you. I
Yeah.
gotta defend, explain,
Restrain. Well,
It's to the point where they're like, "Yo, boo, get him!" Like you know how you got the crazy
Bro,
cousin, like, "Yo,
it was-
get your cousin!" Like, "Yo,
you
get him.
remember
Get your cousin."
there was another game. Remember when I threw Big Country across the
Yeah,
floor?
yeah,
You got
yeah,
Tunde
yeah,
and
yeah.
them running down and like
Yes,
trying to
yes,
hold me. You're like,
yeah.
free, wait, like just shaking your
Yes,
head, like, what are you
yes. Stop,
doing, bro?
stop.
You trying to get kicked out?
Yes, this is all we got. This is
Yeah,
our,
right.
This is our rec time.
Like, come on, man. I know.
Go sit down and count to 20 and breathe.
Yeah, and drink some tea.
Drink some tea. See?
You can bring tea to the game tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
I'll
come back in. Maybe come back in.
I drink some tea. Before we get into what we really want to get into,
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I've been thinking about because we've been thinking about different segments, right? So
Yes.
this could be one of them, right?
Yeah.
Movies, right? Like movies, endless amount of movies. Let's talk about first movie that comes to your mind that inspired you and changed the way you like thought or handled things. Go.
Remember the Titans, Denzel
Oh.
Washington.
Damn, that was quick, bro. You must have played this game before.
I never heard of this game. Never-
you played this game before, man. Damn. All right. Talk
Now-
about it. That's a great movie.
Okay, here it touched on a few different avenues. First of all, I like the way the coach it's based on a true story. Mm-hmm. He was set up to fail, right? They hired him. He was like the first black coach they hired. Nobody thought he was going to succeed. He was kind of set up to fail. It was in a time where the racial climate was really, really intense,
Yeah.
right?
Talk about it.
So, he was hired. Then it was the first year where schools were integrated. You know, it was at that time. So obviously the schools were integrated. So you had, again, the racial barriers with the black and the white kids, da-da-da. But to his credit, first of all, they went away to football camp. in the
Yeah,
summer.
straight up.
Like, who does that in high school?
Right.
But one of his things was, listen, you have to room with someone of a different race to learn them and get to know them, which was at first was very, very traumatic, a lot of static, but they overcame that for the greater good, which was to win, right? The sport was football, but it's obviously a metaphor for life. So they overcame that and they realized they have differences, but they're way more alike than they are different, And I really enjoyed how the producer elaborated on that and, displayed that and how they overcame and became successful.
Because that race, that's a huge thing to
It is.
overcome.
It is.
That division and then to
It is.
one common goal. That's the name of the game.
Right. And when you break it down, we all want the same thing. right? We all want a good life. You want kids to have a good education. You want your kids to have a chance. You want to have a chance, you know.
And it touched on even more than just race, right? Because remember, the quarterback
absolutely.
was different,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah.
Sunshine.
So it touched on so many different things, and even not many people. I can't speak for many people, but you talk about women in sports. The little girl,
Yeah. Yeah.
she knew more than everything.
Yes, his daughter.
She was right.
His
She was
daughter.
she was an integral part of that whole thing too.
And then the head coach's daughter, kind of thought she was weird at first. Because she was like
I
a
just
little
wanna play with
girly
these
girl.
dolls,
Yes. But even they came together and became close friends, you know?
Yeah, there's so much.
It touched on a lot of avenues, you know?
Yeah, man,
That's a movie that sticks out.
That's one of those movies where I don't cry for movies, but it almost got me.
It almost did?
Almost got me. That and another Denzel movie, John Q.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
Bro.
That was
Like that in the back of the
Yeah,
car
yeah, yeah.
leaving.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I don't cry from movies.
Why?
I don't know. I just
neither,
can't.
though. Me neither.
I know. See, you
I know.
asking why.
I know. I'm just trying to be the host. I'm trying to be a good host. That's
Yo,
it.
speaking of a host, Claudio that messed up. He ain't put the timer on, so who knows how long this episode's gonna be.
Oh, it's over. you let this guy keep going? Holy shit.
That's funny.
Yeah. So what about your movie?
So one of my favorite movies, again, is not, I guess, as deep as what you just said, but
That was pretty deep though,
yeah,
right?
it was, man. But I want to talk about the movie 300, Gerard Butler. So now I'm like a Greek myth, like
Yeah.
crazy person, right? Like I love all of them. But 300 men versus the world, basically, right?
Yeah.
And it showed that like the little person, like none of them were little, but the little person, 300, going against all of these different powerful people that
Yes.
identify themselves as
Yes.
gods and
I can
stuff
relate,
like that. And it's like it's like, oh, you persevere, you
Yeah.
come together, you train, you do everything that you need to do, and you can take on anything.
Yeah.
Right? So that was the mentality. That's why I love that movie so much. And those dudes were jacked, so it inspired me to work out. I mean, I know a lot of it was like airbrush and stuff like that, but I was like, I remember having the Men's Health, the 300 workout. Everything was the 300 workout, right? So I must have had every publication of the 300 workout trying to get like that.
You did. We did one of those.
We did.
I'm like, what? So I just remember
We
saying
did.
to myself, where the fuck is he getting these type of...
Right. I had the magazine papers with me, bro. Before we could look at it on our phone and stuff. I had the papers with me doing that workout in the gym.
It was good. It was a good workout.
It was a good workout, but there were so many different variations. But I do like the message from that movie.
Yes.
Just like you get your team together, you can do whatever. So like in sports, it inspired me. In life, it inspired me,
in
right?
business, everything.
And everything.
Yeah.
Right? You think about that 300 mentality. It's like that Mamba mentality,
Yeah,
right?
same thing.
And they didn't care. They weren't scared of anything.
No.
And I'm not going to get into that because we're going to talk about fear in another episode.
Right.
But that it's one of my favorite movies. For so many different reasons. I was sad. Again, I was sad. The hero had to die, King Leonidas. I was definitely sad about that.
That's right, King
Yeah,
Leonidas.
man, bro. I named my dog after him. My first dog.
I believe it.
Leo.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
Leonidas.
that's what you got
Yes, he was Leonidas. His full name was Leonidas.
That's where you got that shit.
Yes, man. His full name was Leonidas. He was Leo for short.
Okay.
Leo is my guy, man. That's fucking first dog, Leonidas, baby.
Okay.
That's how we do it.
All right. So today we're going to piggyback from the last episode.
Yeah, just like a part two. Part
You
two.
on a roll today.
Yo, man,
You on
I'm
a
feeling
roll.
it, man. I'm feeling it.
You are on a roll today.
So part two. Wait, before we get into that, your shirt, it's fascinating because it's like a workout shirt, but it's a collared shirt at the same
gosh.
time.
What's wrong with your shirt?
No, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it from? I want one. I know you got another one in another
Dick's.
color.
Ticks.
I know you bought like 2 or 3 of them shits, did
It
you?
was a package. 3 in a pack. 3 in a pack. I'm a 3-pack guy. It's 3 in a pack. Dick's Sporting Goods.
I like that shirt because it looks like you almost don't see the collar, but you can use it as a collar. I like that shirt a lot.
I get you one. I got other colors. I got other colors.
You gotta get me one. I was gonna say, man, you looking all right over there.
I got
Arms
other
looking
colors.
big in that shirt and everything.
I'll get you one. Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm in. All right, back to what you were saying.
Back to the regularly scheduled program.
Part deux. So we talked. I was just in France, you know what I mean? So I'm still like living off that. So we talked about last episode, right, about overcoming some things, and we got into the whole like free lunch and stuff like that. That was a good conversation because it brought up some hard times, but the times that that we just laugh at, that we laughed at a lot during that episode. But I did want to go a little further and like talk about some, because that's you know, overcoming obstacles. That's just what we do, and like I think that's what's powerful about our show, is talking about what we overcame and how it's helping us now.
If you're living life, you're gonna have to overcome something.
Mm-hmm.
If you're living in everyday life, you're gonna have to overcome something on a day-to-day basis.
Yep.
You know,
100%.
that's how I look at it.
No, you're absolutely right.
Some are going to be bigger than others, but you're going to have to overcome something.
Now, would you say, do you always have to overcome it right away, or do you feel like there's other avenues to kind of like get past something without fully overcoming?
I feel like there's other avenues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything you're not going to overcome right away, but there are other avenues.
Right? You got to work, though.
Yeah.
You got to work. So I wanted to talk about a situation I've gone through currently.
Oh, wait, time out. Throw the flag. We got to get flags.
We do. I know. You know what? We talked about that months ago, getting flags. Yeah. And you know who I saw throw a effing flag?
Oh.
Jada and Fat Joe.
Yeah?
Yo, it's like every idea that we have,
they take that from us.
Someone else is doing it. There was another thing I thought I started it, but I guess it's a thing.
Of course, you're gonna.
I used to tell the kids. I think you heard me say this. Like, if I get them something, like, Daddy, can you pass me that like cookie or something? I'm like, no, Dad tax. I'm taking some of it first.
Yes, that's a good one,
bro. Yeah, I effing know. But do you know there are T-shirts? Father's Day, I got a Dad tax T-shirt. I'm like, wait a second, this is out there.
How'd you feel about that,
bro? I was tight. Because that I know I thought about that. Google, somebody was listening to me talking about dad tax, and all of a sudden now dad tax is a thing. I was gonna wear the T-shirt today, but I was so mad I couldn't do it. I would have had to rip it off. I'd have been tight.
Okay, so we threw the flag.
Yep.
So you want to elaborate on the situation, right? Which I'm, familiar with.
Yep.
It's important for you to touch on it.
Yep.
For our viewers. We've all heard different versions and everything like this, but from the horse's mouth.
Right.
Go.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about a little bit. There will be no names named or anything like that, but I'm going to talk more about like the process, like what I went through and how I got past whatever just happened. But I want to backtrack a little bit because we talk about like utilizing and using things from the past to help you through situations now, right? So when I thought about what I was going through, I related it to like when I was homeless when I was younger, right? When you're homeless, it's like you're at a level like you feel like you can get no lower. Now, obviously, you can get lower, but when you're at that level, and again, remember, I'm in 7th, 8th grade, and I'm trying to look out for my sister, and we're homeless. Like,
so time out. When you say homeless, were you living with family members? You didn't have a steady home? Were you bouncing around? So living in the car?
I came home to a boarded up apartment after one of the best 2 weeks of my life because I went away to like a gifted and talented camp at Pace University. Right, it was
stayed on campus.
Yeah, we were doing like all like math stuff, like taking math, but going deeper with a lot of different things, hands on, building shapes and stuff like that, engineering. It was it was awesome. Like I did it for museum school. Everything boarded up. I'm calling around. Everything, not only is everything boarded up, my mother's in the hospital. My older brother just had, man, like drugs are a terrible thing. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Took the rent money that he was supposed to pay, using it on whatever. I'm as I'm walking to my apartment, I'm looking at pictures on the ground of me, my sister, me and my dad, whatever. Like, so boarded up. I have nowhere to go. I go to like one of my mom's like friend's house or whatever.
Where was your sister?
She was in she was in the hospital.
Okay.
She was in the hospital because she used to go once a month to the hospital. So whenever anything happened, like when we went to foster care the first time, she didn't go. She stayed in the hospital because her doctor was not letting her go anywhere. Right.
So she was in the hospital for maybe weeks.
Yeah, she was in
At a time.
she was in there, but they treated her like it was an apartment. Like they
Yeah.
they
had her
treated
own
her
room,
like
everything.
everything, man. She had the works. So now like what the hell are we doing? My mom
Right.
gets out of the hospital. We had to go to the government motel, West Hab, at
West
that
Hab.
time. Yeah, man. We're in West Hab.
Westchester Habitat, West Hab, yes.
We're in West Hab, and I can't even talk about some of the unspeakable things that were happening at at West Hab. So I'm at my lowest moment. So now all you do is think about how you get out of that.
Give us one thing. You said you can't talk about, but you can't say that on the show because every day is better you.
Mm-hmm.
So give us one thing that you saw that stuck out when you got there.
Man, like I saw people do like using a crack pipe right there in the whole, and it's not like I haven't seen it
Right.
before,
Right.
but it's like at this time, like I usually would know the people because of my mom, but I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
So you got that. Where you going, boy? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I saw somebody breaking into another person's like motel room, taking their shit. And then personally, like there'll be times when my mom 3 or 4 days at a clip wouldn't show up. So now I'm in middle school. I gotta wear the same clothes to school. I'm riding the little bus, so people are making fun of you for riding a little bus. People know that you're coming from the motel, or either you're in special education. So that was the stigma then. Right. So now I'm trying to figure out how to like make these clothes not look like they're the same clothes. So I'm turning like my shirt backwards or inside out, like all this stuff. And they're like, oh, Free, didn't you wear that yesterday? Ha. All right. Like it terrible. Right. So now you think about stuff like that and like you're at your worst. And it's like, all right, how do I climb out and stay focused on school? But my grades started slipping because my father just had died too. Right. So there's a lot of things working against you. So now going through this right now, I think about those times. Right. And like it puts things into perspective like, oh, Free, come on, bro. This ain't hard
Not
like
even
that
close.
because you went through that.
Yeah.
Right. So now this gets to feel a little less.
And again, getting back to what we said before, would you change anything from your past? You really can't say yes because going through that, what are you going to tell me about adversity now?
Exactly. It's just,
what are you going to tell me about adversity?
It's just the perspective on life that I have now when people talk about issues or when I go through my own stuff. I think about, I always go back to a situation and think about, man, if I had it worse then somebody else has it worse now.
Yeah.
So how can I really harp on my bad times now? Right. So the stuff that I just went through, like, so I left.
Yes, let's get into that.
I'm not in the district that I was in recently. Right. I was there for 5 years, won principal of the year, everything. Right. Like, and I have nothing but love.
Yes.
For that district. But, you know, things happen one way or another. And like, I got to go. Right. But that in that time frame between figuring out if I have to go or not was tough. That's why I think about the time being homeless, because it was like that's how tough it was for me. It's not the same because I have a house, I have kids, I'm not poor, right? I'm not like poor mentally, and I'm not poor financially. So it's like, okay, I know I'll be okay, right? But at the time, the world is just spinning, right? There's things that you're hearing about yourself that you know you did not do, right? And that's affecting me personally. It's affecting my family, right? It's affecting my friends. I'm getting phone calls left and right, to the point where it was one point you were the only call that I would pick up. Like I couldn't pick up the phone. I couldn't get out of bed. Okay. When that is happening, right? You flash back to the worst. So I flashed back to homeless, and I thought about how I dealt with that. Okay. But I didn't have certain things. I didn't have people around me. I could reach out to. I didn't have people to talk to.
Back
Or
then,
I didn't have
right.
people to like to straight up help me get somewhere, right? So I was in bed, you know this, for like a month. Like I couldn't get up. I'm sleeping in late, right? Kids are seeing this. Everyone's like, it's not good for anybody. One of the things that started to get me out of that rut, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but it was you. You were like, because you're never gonna let me feel sorry for myself.
No.
You know my drive. You know what I've been through. You
Right.
know what I'm capable of. So you're never gonna let me feel sorry for myself.
And again, how we came up, where's that going to get you?
Right. Nowhere.
Feeling sorry for, you know?
Right. So you say, I remember you get your ass up, bro. We going to the gym.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah. We going to the gym. I'll meet you there. You ain't even like give me a question. You're like, I'll
No,
meet you
no.
there at this time.
Yeah, no ultimatum. Like,
Fucking
you know?
11 o'clock. Fucking just be there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I went to
And
the
when
gym.
you look back, you see what I was doing. It had
Mhm.
nothing to do with, so to speak, the physical aspect. Dude, you got to
Mhm.
get up. We got to talk.
Yeah.
We got to move around.
Yep. And what you kept saying, come on, bro, that ain't nothing, bro. You've been through like that ain't nothing. Like what
Exactly.
are we talking about here? Like the bounce
Right.
back is gonna be real.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I can't. You can't see that unless you one. So we talk about what's the blueprint for this, right? Surrounding yourself with good people,
Right.
because there are people that you know that are in my life, but they're not that close to me like that because they're not about shit, right?
Right.
So you surround your people that are about something.
Yeah.
They become your cheerleaders. They become your support.
Right.
And again, you're not the only person that like helped me out of it, but you were one of the first people to
Yeah.
like get your ass up, right?
And you know me, I'm going to be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to address the situation at hand.
Yep.
That happened. But listen, you're still in good health, whatever.
Yep.
You got to persevere. And okay, where do you go from now? What do you do? What do you know?
Mhm. And again, it was at a time where I stopped talking to my therapist. So I was talking to you
Yeah.
like a therapist, like
All
about
good,
about
all good.
everything.
I wear a lot of
bro.
hats. I wear a lot of
Yeah,
hats
man,
sometimes.
100%.
I try to wear
Because
a lot of hats.
I remember we were in the gym for like 2-3 hours just
Yes.
talking
Yes.
about like all of it. All right, so what's the plan? What you gonna do,
Right.
right? And it's from there where it's like, okay, I got to start reaching out to the people that I know care about me, want to see me do well. Because you reach out to the people that don't want to see you do well. That energy gets out there.
Well, yeah.
That juju is coming back to you in the bad way. But you reach out to the people you know are looking out for
Right.
you, and let them like work for you. Accept the help and let them
Right.
start doing things for you to help
Right.
you out of it. And like there are so many people
Yeah.
out there that did that. One, Rachel, obviously she stuck with me through the whole thing, gave advice, to like taking that in and still, being a mom to the girls in the best way that she could, because she knew, like I know, they're always watching, right? So what are you gonna do? Like they see you hit some adversity, what are you gonna do, right? So that's
And
number
they're
one.
learning. They're watching.
Yeah,
They're learning.
man.
They're
But they're
subconsciously. How's he?
my boy Kern, Jeremy, Chris, Felicella, like there's so many different people, Kevin, all of them, like that whole contingent, and like all of them, just like in all their own ways. Steve, like they're all like, with them it's like they're just gonna joke on you until you do something, but they're
on the-
serious.
on the
Tall
surface,
Mike, like they're just I
would
can
say-
mention so many different people.
Yeah, they would joke on the surface, but deep down, all right, listen, what do you need?
And that's what they say.
need?
Free, like
Right.
if you need something, we're here for you, right? And it's not just words.
No, it's genuine.
The people. There are certain people that they're just there,
Yeah.
for you. So homegirl Garcia, like there's just so many people that were there for me through this whole thing. So that's one, identifying those people,
Who's who and what's what.
right? And like
So from that, right, the situation at hand, which you're going to talk about it in your way. How did you? Were you starting to touch on how you were dealing with it? What came from that? How'd you overcome it? What's going on now with it? Where you at now?
Yep.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So it's like you can't. The mentality was you can't stop no matter what.
No.
So now, like,
because you've showed me some literature what people were saying.
bro, it was it was saying like there were people online saying I was a DI hire. I got yeah.
And you said you knew some of these people.
Yes, worked with them, their kids.
But the thing is this, and we spoke
Got
about
their
this.
kids over the hump.
We spoke about this many episodes ago. How people really are inside, it'll come out.
It comes out. It comes out.
It's like you said, you had a support system.
Yeah.
That, was there. Like, listen, okay, situation is the situation. This is what you did. All right, but.
I was a disaster from the beginning. I ain't care about this kid, that kid. I got fired from my last district because I was doing unethical stuff. Like, they're just saying things that they know nothing about. Meanwhile, if I got fired from and I hope those people are listening, because boo, I'm gonna tell you this. You know how like you can see like, who's looking and stuff like that. There's a couple of people that I've told you about that I don't really like mess with like that, and they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I hope these people who said these like nasty, nonsensical things about me are listening, because if I got fired, boo, from my old district, then why is that superintendent one of the most integral people in helping me land something new? Like, are you kidding? Like, so people, nothing is ever real. People just talk shit. People love a salacious story. Even if they know you, they love the story. Even if they know it didn't happen,
they'll love it more if they know you.
They love the story.
Because they can relate more.
They love
I know
it.
him. What?
Yeah. What do you do? Yeah. And then they start, because you were like, yo, Freed, I heard this from somebody, and we're not going to name names. And I was like, bro, he has my number. Tell that mother effer to call me right now. Like you know exactly.
We going back and forth. And I'm like, just what? What happened? Tell me, because I'm hearing it.
And I'm like, bro, like I can't believe the people that you think they want to spread nonsense too.
Right.
It's crazy. So I learned a lot going through this. So I wouldn't even change this.
Right.
I wouldn't even change this.
That's what I'm saying,
and it was tough. So you talk about the climb out. So identifying those people, reaching out to those people, finally being able to talk about it outside, because there was a while I wasn't able to talk about anything. So people were painting their own narrative about me. So now I was at the point, finally I feel comfortable enough. I can talk about it in a certain way. And then I can start my own narrative in like the real narrative, okay? I had to check my ego. Okay, because you think
that's a hard thing for you to do.
Yeah, you get to
ladies and gentlemen, that's a hard thing to do for this guy.
You get to a certain point, right? So you think, not that you think you're untouchable, but it's like, yo, I expect certain things because I'm at this point. So what you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to check that. It's like, you can't think that you're too good for anything, right? Not that I never think I'm too good for anything, but my mentality, like my thought process was like, when I was leaving the place that I'm at, I'm gonna be way up here as my next gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So you got to kind of humble yourself,
Absolutely.
right? And like accept help and accept criticism, feedback, and also be strong enough to know that you're gonna go on interviews, you're gonna talk to people, and you're gonna think opportunities are gonna pan out. And you gotta understand that they're not. Yeah. Like, you cannot expect to land everything. Right. Whatever. Like,
you're gonna hear no way more times than you're gonna hear yes.
But boo, and that's the mentality.
You gotta have that mentality.
All it takes is one chance and opportunity, right? And what are you gonna do once you get that, right? So boo, I went on many interviews, right? Not many, because I couldn't get them, because people hear things, right? And like, people want to believe what they want to believe, and these people are in higher positions, and I have a lot of connections in education, right? And even so even some of the people that knew me, that were my friends, right? It's like, well, like, how's that gonna look? Everyone's talking, right? So it's like, oh my God, like,
so
people are spreading lies.
Throw the flag real quick. So how I relate it in a way is to how when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, slapped the shit out of him.
So you were like Will Smith.
I was like Will Smith.
People were turning their
But he
back.
actually slapped him.
Right.
What they were saying about me,
Speculation.
what they were saying about
Right.
me,
I
bro.
don't get into that. Speculation.
Yeah, that was, because I told you
Right.
some of the things
Yeah.
that were being said.
But
Like,
the
these are some
treatment-
crazy things.
But the treatment was like, how people who normally pick, gosh, I can't deal with him now. I can't.
Yep.
Like that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 100%. And that's a real tough pill to swallow as well. Because you think that, bro, for years, I've been the guy on the right side of everything. I've helped you out personally, professionally, like, and now those people are like, oh, no, I'm not really messing with him right now. But
how it goes.
it's
That's
a blessing
life.
and a curse though,
That's how
because
it goes.
I can now. It helped me easily like go through my digital Rolodex and be like, X'd out, X'd out, X'd out. Like never again. Like I will never talk to some of these people again. Like in life, they need help, whatever. Nah, I can't do it. Because you turn your back. You turn your back on me, and if you didn't turn your back on me, you were talking crap about me. Even if you didn't know you were talking crap, just spreading a rumor and not shutting it down on the strength of you know who I am, then you're just like the rest of them. And there's no way I'm messing with you at all ever again. So yeah, but with the climb out, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's identifying those people around you that are there to help.
On both sides, right?
Yep. And then you can weed out the ones that aren't, which is great. That's huge.
Right.
And then just formulating a plan of action. So my plan of action was I want to be, and I said I had been saying this. I wanted to be in a district more like where I started, right? Like diverse people really care about that, especially in today's climate.
It's important.
And where I'm helping kids that come from backgrounds like me, right? And like I said, all it takes is one shot, right?
So are you saying the district that you're coming from, those kids didn't necessarily come from a background?
Nah, they were
you?
very, like a lot of these kids were very affluent. Like I was in a school.
You didn't come from an affluent background?
Yeah, we were super rich.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck. Nah, like they were like, $1 million, $2 million homes surrounding me and stuff like that. So I'm happy to say I did land somewhere.
Okay.
Right, and it's more in line with my values, right, and what I actually believe in, and and I get to help kids that actually like. Not saying that all kids don't need help. I'm not trying to say that, but there's a difference between being impoverished, right, and not, right, and those kids need more than just an educator. Those kids need a therapist. They need a dad. They need an uncle. They need someone to love them, someone to teach them. Like they need an entire package, and I love doing that. I love doing that stuff, man.
So you're saying you offer the entire package? Is that what you're saying?
I offer the entire package.
The full package.
Full package Johnson.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh,
Okay.
that was funny. But last episode you told me not to say pause, so I'm not gonna even say it.
No.
I was just gonna let it rock.
See, that was a funny joke without saying, right?
I'm just gonna let it rock. But in all seriousness, yeah, man. Like I've been there. I've bought clothes for kids.
Yeah.
Right. I've taken kids.
It hits a little different.
home.
It does.
Like
Yeah.
it's different, man. I walk kids home in a bad neighborhood because
Yeah.
they thought they were gonna get jumped. Right. Like that's who I am
Right.
as a person. That's who I am as an educator and as a
Right.
leader. So, I'm happy. I'm happy because, while I'm not professionally like where I exactly want, because end of the day I want to be a superintendent, right? Or
do you now?
You never.
You start
I know.
like you just said. The importance of doing what you're doing, right? Regardless of the title, right? Let's not get caught up with the
Right.
titles and all that stuff. You just said the whole package.
Right. But see, for me,
You want the title. You still
the
want
title.
You want the title.
The title is great, but the title brings the like the ultimate power to actually change everything you want to change,
No, I
right?
I get it.
Because you're still limited
Right.
as you go up the ladder, but when you get to a certain part on that ladder,
Right.
no, you get to like,
Right.
this is how I'm really shaping everything,
Right.
right? Like it's all on you.
No,
And
I
I
get
like that
that.
pressure.
I
Just
get
I
that.
think that's the athlete in me. Like I love that pressure. Like I want that because then it's either we're gonna succeed because of me, or we're gonna fail because of me. And if we fail because of me, I need to do better.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, and then the last part of this, boo, is not holding a grudge, and that's where the be better. That's the everyday better you part of me.
You got to learn from it and get better and let it go.
Yeah. So that's boo. That's what I've been doing. Like so, old me would have been like, nah. I know I said a lot about I don't want to talk to anybody that went against me and stuff, but that's because I can't trust you anymore. And if I can't trust you, then I'm never going to succeed by
Right.
surrounding myself around people that I can't trust.
And
but the everyday better you part
Yeah.
that comes into play is like being able to accept a situation, not hold a grudge,
No.
wish everyone the very best. God bless everyone.
And
Do
then
better,
you- and
do
then
good.
you
And I just
persevere.
persevere and keep
Persevere.
going and like worry about myself,
Right.
my family, my friends, right? And like keep going forward that way. Because I think when you keep holding on to the past, it's gonna end up catching up with you, and you're never gonna really move on.
It's going to start harming yourself, right?
Yep.
When you hold a grudge, all you're doing eventually is harming yourself
Yeah, man.
because life goes on,
Yeah.
and you're still holding on to that. But again, it goes back to childhood, right? Abandonment issues, all
Yep.
the issues. If you're still
Proving yourself.
right? If you're
Yeah,
still
man.
holding on to those things, it's just harming yourself. It comes
Mm-hmm.
to a point where it's harming yourself.
Yep. So that felt good to talk about.
Did it?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I'm glad
I've been keeping that in.
Right.
And because I'm not trying to put anyone on blast or anything like
Right,
that.
right,
But
right.
I do think it's important to talk about like even now
Right.
you can go through something hard, right? And like have to get over it.
Right.
And it's okay.
And you will sooner or later.
It's
If
okay
you're living.
because it's okay because you can get past it.
Yeah.
And things happen, and sometimes things happen for a reason that you don't know why yet, right? But it'll reveal itself at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm in a much better space mentally. I'm in a much better space physically because with all of that, I had gained weight and stuff like that too. Heart rate, everything was just kind of sluggish, but I'm good, man. I'm better for it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'm way better for it because I learned a lot
Yeah.
from it. I'm better for it. And that leads right into the gym of the week because you said
Right.
something that kind of struck about like holding grudges, right? Just let it go. So I want the challenge, and this is a big challenge.
What's the challenge for you?
Think about someone or something in your life that you are still holding on to that you're just so angry about. It might be you have a grudge against like a family member or an
Yeah.
old friend, right? Find a way to either like meditate, think on that, and let that go, and see what that feels like.
Okay. I like that. We'll continue that into the next episode.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, man. This is. Yeah, boo, I thank you for bringing that up, man, because this was
Yeah.
this was
I
good.
wasn't sure if I should bring it up.
I know we had
it's
talked
kinda
about
like
it before too. You thought I was gonna go
eggshelly,
there,
like
yeah.
on eggshells, but I said, you know what? It's every day better you.
Yeah, man, it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Okay.
All right, man. Well, that about wraps us up. Real stories,
Real results.
every day a better you.
Make it a great
one.
one.